we're back. Alright. Previously in the GodBreaking, our group of adventurers had liberated the mind of Bahamut, the dragon deity, the greater dragon deity, actually. He's the dragon to end all dragons kind of thing. Of justice and power. Lord and gatekeeper of his own plane on Mount Celestia, the plane of Solaris. You guys, 30,000 hit points. That was a placeholder.
Ho ho ho!
Actually, I should probably clear all these characters off this sheet here. You guys, did all that, and then you used the Divine Forge to upgrade your legacy weapons. These are the weapons that that have become your trademark, your parts of the key to your power. And here, in the heavens, you found the way to bring them to their next form. It might even be their final form. I'm not sure. I had never planned for them to go beyond Tier 3. But there's like 6 more layers to Celestia, so... And in doing that, you guys wrapped up your stay in the heavens. On this plane, you took your Tier 3 weapons for a spin, though. Deimos ripping through space and time, opening a gateway or a doorway, a tear in reality, to go to the 8th layer of hell. And there, under the watchful eye of Mephistopheles, you rescued Biffin, the dwarf, from agony and torture. And then you brought him... We kind of hand-waved some of the end of the wrap-up stuff. You brought him back down to Elysium. You moved Kildrak up to Solaris. So if we look at the map, you guys have done a fair amount of establishing here. So on Elysium, Akelia is the gatekeeper and the god of the divinity of that realm, and you have been sending all the refugees from Lunaria and Solaris down to that plane. So the population has grown quite a bit in that land. You also have the 3 archangels there helping, the former archangels of Tyr and Torm and Tempest. Actually, just Tyr and Torm. Helping out and building up your forces there, rebuilding the population basically. You also have, let's see, some of your allies there. Vork is there. I think that's it. On Lunaria, you guys have established Garl Glittergold and Euphemia as the divinities in residence there. You have now Lunaria is being rapidly devoured by the Maw of the Void, so you evacuated it completely. But Glittergold and Euphemia maintain gatekeeper status over that realm, so you are allowed to pass to the next realm. In Solaris, you have freed Bahamut from his madness, so he is now your ally, along with his million-plus battle robot army, all the Motoremes, and all the populations of Motoreme. You evacuated the remaining Emulsons, those Arcanite creatures, back down to Elysium. But Bahamut is established at the Divine Forge, and he is rebuilding his power. You sent Kildrak there, so that he can kind of learn under the tutorship of Bahamut, and also tinker with the Divine Forge with Tharusir, the resurrected mortal form of the former god of crafting, Modron. So that's where we've gotten so far. Did I miss anything? No? I
Nope.
think that sums it up. All right. So now you guys are kind of recapping and resting. You've gone back down to Elysium, and you're catching up with your friends and everyone there. Meanwhile, we segue back down to this world. In the world of Tandesh, the mortal plane. A few years have gone by. A few years have gone by since we last checked in. In that time, um, four adventurers, four monster hunters, had taken up a contract um, under a traveling elderly monster hunter by the name of Geralt of Rivia, and you helped him um, find this old man, an old man who could give Geralt answers. And in the process, you encountered the monstrosity that was hunting the old man. Well, after a long story, the old man turned out to be the minor god Garl Glittergold. The monstrosity hunting him was Telephos, former battle master and headmaster of Mistrala. And through the intervention of, in your eyes, a bunch of celebrities and legends, Deimos, um, Elwyn, Adis, and and Renly came from the heavens, descended down, and restored Telephos' mind and his youthfulness, resurrected his lady love Ava, and brought him back from 30 years in the grave. Brought You guys resurrected Darius, not resurrected, but revivified, rejuvenated Darius Brightlord, who had aged quite a bit as well. And they met up with all the greatest people of this land, including Tyrell Haas, king of Hasselin, and other major players in the world now. The world is a chaotic place still. It's still recovering, attempting to recover from the great shattering that happened about 35 years ago. But much progress has been made. A generation and a half have gone by, and the nations have begun to reform, and trade and civility has begun to be prominent. Okay, you four, Xylona, Gawain, Max Dastardly, and Brawl Grezin, somehow managed to continue traveling together and working together. After that great meeting of the minds, you found yourself in the unlikely employ of a powerful person. Okay, so for the last 5 years, you guys have been working for this guy, the
Oh.
the richest man in, as far as you're concerned, the world. Okay, so for the past 5 years, you guys have been his hired muscle, basically, helping him keep his convoys protected, um, going out and getting rare ingredients for him, that kind of stuff. You know, being a personal bodyguard along the way. So, like, why don't we now reintroduce our characters, and you guys explain how your character would have changed or grown in the last 5 years, just so we all remember who each other is and what you would have been doing in the last 5 years with this new job. Why don't we start with Max Dastardly?
Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. I'm gonna make up something on the spot.
Yeah, of
Got
course.
you guys.
That's what we all do.
All right, you see Max. His coat is cool. His shoes are cool, and his look in his eyes looks like he's looking in the distance, the far distance, really far, almost like he's looking into the maximum distance possible. With his dastardly smirk, he has a little fire in his hand because he saw the fire god from the sky, and he's just like, ugh. It's so hard living up to the expectations. The only chosen one. out of everyone here, bros. Because I'm Max. I'm dastardly. And I've got a killer smile.
Okay, very good. Why don't we go to Xylona?
Yes, I have found that 5 years ago it turns out that this conspiracy is deeper than I thought, because yes, they are definitely knockoffs. Yes, they are definitely murderous, but they've worked their way into the system. And poor Deimos, he has no clue, but he's still, representing, one and all, even though he's in the middle of all of that corruption. And so I'm continuing to look into, what's happening on the other end, and making notes about how deep this goes, because yeah, it's not a conspiracy if you're right? So yeah, it's been great. Yeah. And I still have no armor. My AC is 11, so I spend most of my time continuing to talk to people and monsters, especially when I manage to hold them in place, and then I get to talk, which is great. And speaking of talking, I do spend every morning, talking to my companions to just see how things are going and where they're at, and to, analyze things and look deeper beyond the surface, because yes, everything's twisted. Big Brother is looking out at you. And then people get a bit of extra temper healing because inspiring leader feat.
Okay, good. All right, let's go over to Brawl. Brawl Grezin. Introduce us to your character and tell us how he's grown over the last few years.
Oh geez, on the spots are fun. For 5 years, and we've been working for Pablo this time, right?
Yep, you've been working for Pablo. Pablo is the wealthiest man in this part of the world. He's been he's been a fair boss, but for some reason, I don't know. You guys just don't. I mean, you're supposed to have money from working for him, but for some reason, you just never end up having money. So you guys are not really well off.
Huh. So easy money in, easy money out. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's totally been like having me go off his competition, and I'll have to spend the money he pays me to get out of the trouble his jobs get me.
Yeah, exactly. And also, he doesn't necessarily pay you top dollar. I mean, as he always says,
he's a cheap ass.
Yeah, he says, you know, I did not become the richest man in the world. He says, by paying everyone a fair wage. Ha 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 ha.
So true.
All his kids. He has 14 kids, and they're all well to do though, and they're rich, and they're all living in mansions everywhere.
But I've photos from him on the side though that he doesn't know about.
Okay. So what else has your character been doing?
Yep. Totally went and found me a pair of guns, pistols, so I could be a pistol dude if you're cool with that.
Pistols in this world. There's only one
That
pistol in the whole world. One pistol in the whole world. There's only one pistol in the whole world.
There's two.
Nope.
Homie's got two.
No, it divides into two when he activates different powers. And he pulls it from hell itself.
That was spent the last 5 years trying to slowly trust these three yahoos that seem to be magnets for trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite there yet, but getting there. Because I'm very slow to trust people.
Okay.
And I figured, they'll lead me to this coming disaster that I keep having these awful visions about.
Okay. And for all the money that you've been earning, and for all the money that you've been setting to the side, maybe without Pablo knowing, you never managed to buy a bar of soap. So.
Hey, don't tell him that. He doesn't know that yet.
As you can tell, all of us have like stuff over our nose at all points in time, like it's COVID.
Plotting to murder three of them.
Okay. All right. Finally, Gwaine the cripple.
Gwaine. Oh, that's better. I'm doing my safe Gwaine one knee. Gwaine the cripple.
Gwaine one knee.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep one knee. So I've earned the name One Knee in all my adventures with Max and the gang. Pablo has promised me the best doctors and the best magic to fix my crippledness. And apparently it's very expensive because he hasn't paid me 1 gold.
Yep.
Um, so I still have to use my trusty mastiff Adis as my wheelchair.
No, I totally murdered that dog during the 5 years we were traveling, and he doesn't know this is me. I fucking poisoned that goddamn dog like 10
And then
times
this is
over.
the
Alright.
next dog.
Yes,
And
it's
then
a
the next
spell.
dog.
It's a fine steed.
Yeah.
So I use my fine steed every day to summon Adis.
And for some
Um,
reason, every years it just drops dead.
and it
No,
always
it
smells
dies,
like
but-
shit when it does. So we've gained the reputation of doing the deeds.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm just still struggling to not be crippled anymore. That's the main
Okay.
goal in life.
Okay, so yeah, you're exactly right. Pablo has promised you the best doctors and the best magic and medical care, but he just always seems a little too busy, or the schedule doesn't quite work out, or a job is too important, and you have to go now, that kind of thing. Okay. I mean, Pablo's not a bad guy. He just, he has a business to run.
Yep.
Yeah, a business to run.
Here for the win.
Yeah. Right. And as far as he's concerned, you guys are hired help. Like,
We totally have to marry his kids.
okay.
Maximally.
So, one day, you guys are Pablo sends for you. One of his great nephews comes by, a little brown-haired, brown-eyed kid, brown-skinned kid, knocking at your door. He says, "Hello, my grandpapa has asked me to send for you."
I opened the door with my big ass muscles because I always skip leg day. It's always arm day.
That's right. It's always arm day. Grandpapa says you come now.
We're coming, kid. Max.
Kid.
Yeah.
Zelona.
Mm-hmm.
Smelly guy.
But you can't see him.
I know you're there. I can smell you. Pablo needs us.
Yeah, Jimmy.
I swear, it's like we have a rotten egg somewhere, but I have no fucking idea where we put it.
It just lingers. Ugh.
Okay, so you guys rush off. And when I say rush off, I mean the rest of you guys try to walk at a normal pace while Gawain sprints as fast as he can. And it takes a few minutes to get to through this massive, luxurious villa that Pablo has set up for himself. You've got it's a nice, warm climate. In the background, you hear music of Pablo's culture. You look out and you see some of his relatives having a siesta by a poolside, that kind of thing. You get to his expansive office, and all around the room you see the accolades and the things that he's won, the awards he's won. #1 eatery in all of Tandesh, finest fast entrees ever. Most nourishing health supplement, that kind of stuff. He's got awards all over the place. You can tell that this is a very, very much a thriving, roaring business that he's got going on. He's branched out from chimichangas. He's gone into multiple different kinds of packaged foods from his culture, including things like the burrito and the chalupa. He's working on something, and he's also has his side business, the tequila brand that he started up. and it's branched off. He's now importing some mezcal, and even dabbling in some absinthe. So, that's how he's become the most powerful person in the land. He's buddy with the Dukes of Waterdeep, including Lady, what do we call her? Lady Celise? Charisse. Lady Charisse has been seen coming over at fairly regular intervals for quote unquote business negotiations.
Oh, I got a question before we move on.
Yeah.
Our little erectile dysfunction problem was solved, right?
Yeah, that's actually a big thing we gotta talk about.
I believe that while they were not able to heal your leg, the great druid Renly was able to restore you guys to working condition.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
She's still a hack.
All right. So Charisse has been seen to come in here to represent the nobles of Waterdeep, and she also likes to take her leisure here. Rumor has it that she and Pablo have a thing going on. Let's see. Okay, so you guys enter, and Pablo waves for you. Oh, my friends. He says, please close the door behind you, and we will have a little sit-down talk. Yes.
Wait, I'm coming. Hold on, guys. Don't close the door on me. Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm here.
Yeah.
I closed the door.
Close the door.
I fucking just kick that bitch in. Maxed.
To the max.
Don't break it again.
He nods, and you see Pablo look at the door that you just broke. He nods a little bit, and he flips open a little notebook, and he writes a little pencil mark there. And then he goes back to talking to you.
Half my paycheck goes towards doors.
Paycheck? What paycheck?
You let me worry about our pay, all right?
See, in truth, Pablo has been paying you the whole time, but he keeps deducting all the stuff that you break, so it never actually comes through.
Oh my god, I can see it now.
Okay, he says, my friends, he says, you have been so good in your work. Pablo has a great deal of respect for gringos, for gringo workers like yourself. He says, Pablo appreciates your special skills. Yes?
Yeah, we're special. Look at him.
Breaking. Yeah. Look at my muscles.
Look at these
Yeah,
things.
special, I see as I sniff and try
I'm
not
carrying
to,
up like a
yeah.
towel to cover his lower legs. You can only see his upper half.
he sniffs. He says, he's like, although he says, did anyone smell the caca in the
I have no
in the
idea.
room?
Yes, it lingers.
There's a
always.
room. It now smells like caca.
You
Yeah,
might
is
have some
that-
water damage.
It's that one guy that we can never see, but he's supposedly in our group.
Someone
We
says
can
he's
smell him.
Yeah. He's like our invisible friend. You can't
Or
see him,
Max's
but you
stalker.
can smell him.
He's like a ferret when you
Wait.
have it as a pet. You know you have it somewhere, but you can never find it.
He says, hold on. He says, you're saying there's four of you?
Yes.
No. We only have 3 people. You only have to pay 3 people. This is not split 4 ways. No.
He says, well, this is, as you say, the news to me. I have been only paying 3 wages, and I will not go back on that now. He says, 3 wages as always is. Anyway,
Well, do you have enemies? Because this smell can move.
he says, more than that. He says, I have very big, grande job for you. He says, más importante is, he looks around the room. He gets up and kind of closes the blinds a little bit, and he says, Pablo has been working on a super secret new food, new recipe. going to take this world by storm. It will. Yes, will have massive profits. People will not be able to stop eating it. It will be the most amazing thing since my very fast chalupa.
Hot pockets.
Nah, no. He says, however, such a thing cannot be developed in the normal way, if you will know what I mean. I had to contract with a very how you say less reputable organization in order to get this formula developed. So I contracted with this laboratory to do this work for me. I gave them my ideas, I gave them my recipe, and told them to develop it to be mass producible. But, he says, but I have not heard from them. They give me nothing. And it has been far too long. I want you, my friends, to go down there and find my recipe and get it back for me. I want you to get the work that I paid for from them, if you know what I mean.
Got it. Just point me in the right direction and give me a few days to walk there.
He says, now Pablo does not want anything, no violence, of course, but this company's secret, the secreta, is of the utmost importance. He says, so please guard it and make sure that it is brought back in its finished form to me.
Understood.
Very good.
Do we have like a bag of holding to like hold it so it doesn't get smushed in case someone sits on it? Which hasn't happened before. No, not at all. Yeah.
Pablo says, he doesn't issue bags of holdings. They're too expensive. He's given you a pouch of holding. It's like a coin purse of holding. It's much smaller. But it's what the company what fit into the budget.
All right.
Coin purse of holding. Okay. He says, now, please do not be afraid, my friends. I had to go to this laboratory, and they are not the ordinary type of laboratory. So you will have to be going to the how you say the Underdark.
Is she it?
Okay. He gives you guys a map and directions to get there. He says the primary lab technician and alchemist involved was a guy named... Where's my notes? Hold on. Oh, there it is. Okay. Was a guy named Alchemist. There. Alright, he's the primary contact at this laboratory in the Underdark. It's going to be several days travel to get there, but Pablo says that this job is of the highest importance, and he's willing to double his normal pay if you guys get it done quickly and efficiently. Okay.
Oh. Double pay and the repair costs of one door.
He says, you strike a hard bargain, my friend. Yes, Pablo will give you double the pay and the price of one puerta, one broken door.
guys. He's just
Sucker.
a master at work. This is why we're on top.
I sigh.
Okay. Anything else from Pablo?
Not unless there's like any major information.
Can we get like some torches or something? It's
Mhm.
gonna be dark.
He says, "Hey," he kind of shrugs his hand. He says, "I do not normally carry the torches here. I'm sure you'll be able to go and purchase some on your own from, a shop of that carries that sort of thing."
I take out the lint in my pocket. I have 0 money.
Midas, I sleight of hand one out of nowhere into his hand.
Oh, a coin?
No, a torch.
A torch? Okay.
You take it off the wall.
We see this dude just
No,
like really stealthily, just like weaseling across the ground. Like, everyone sees him but Elwin.
And he slips it into his hand. And Elwin, I mean, you don't see him slip it into your hand, but you get this waft of vile kind of like, just like the worst bad breath, like right in the middle, in the side of your face, as he brushes up close to you.
Can we give him like just like this one poison damage just on random stuff if he decides to? This would be super cool. On sneak attacks or something.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, well. Unless there's no other information on the way out, I'm gonna kick the other door down. I don't even think I can do it. I only have 12 strength, but I try really hard.
Wait, what level are you?
9, I throw shit.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll a strength check.
No. So whenever he does that, I'm the one that actually breaks it down, but I keep on letting him believe that it's him.
And I fucking keep believing it.
So your guys' relationship is exactly the same as Elwin and Damos's.
I shed a little tear. Poor paycheck.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your athletics check, Max.
Ooh, I hope you're ready for this.
I don't even remember what classes you guys are. You're a paladin, right, Elwin? Okay.
Yes.
Ka-cha!
Yeah. You slam your foot into it, and it's one of those, like, you've gotten used to seeing this, Max. It's one of those delayed exploding doors things. You slam your foot into it, and you can just tell you deliver such focused power into it that the door is trembling, and it takes a good 5 seconds, and then
Yes.
blam, it blows all apart.
The thing is, I give it like that cold steel from for that movie. Like, I give it the look, and that's what really makes that door go down.
Yeah, yeah.
Guaranteed.
So you look back and you see Pablo going, and he flips open that little notebook again, and he puts another mark in it.
I meant 2 doors.
And as he goes to open up the notebook, for some mysterious reason, it's no longer there.
Pablo shrugs and he says, "Oh, it's unfortunate. I'll have to recreate it from my mind. How many doors was that? 4? 5?" He starts writing some more. he gets his fresh sheet of paper out and starts writing some more. Okay. You guys are headed out. Let's see. You guys don't have really have much equipment and magical items and armor or anything like that, right?
No, sir.
Okay.
You told me
No,
that you
just-
stuff from the adventuring, like, the gear? That's
Yeah.
the only thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have one magic item. I think you let us pick one at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just have the Amulet of Health because I have
Okay.
shitty dexterity and shitty constitution, so I just got this one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's-
we found something.
Did you? Okay.
I
Well,
got like one of secrets.
why do you guys all have temporary hit points?
I give an inspiring speech, man.
Oh, okay, that's right. All right. Well, you guys still 5 years later and working for the richest man in the continent. You still have your basic gear, and that's about it. So.
I do have 10 gold pieces, so I'm not going to toot my own whistle, but I'm pretty fucking rich.
All right. So you guys are moving out into the world. And much has gone on in this world. since in the last 5 years. Like I said, the kingdoms have been establishing. The let's see, King Tyrell of Ospium, no, of Hasselin, has been, let's see, establishing his power and doing all sorts of great things. He's a much loved king in the area. So King Tyrell has been expanding Hasselin's influence. Hasselin's borders have actually been expanding, and bringing peace to the surrounding countries. Borthol, Azoa, and Corland were all in a lot of disarray and chaos, but Tyrell has been negotiating with them and has brought peace to the lands around him. In Ospium, over there in Erlin, right here, the country the country had basically fallen apart. The city was in tatters and had been abandoned, but with Tyrell's help, Darius Brightlord has come back to that city and has sworn to rebuild his father's kingdom. So over the last 5 years, he and his followers have rebuilt the walls of Ospium, and it's slowly beginning to become a city again. There has been no word from. Wait. So the lords of Waterdeep are still one of the most powerful nations. Pablo, and they do a great deal of trade with Pablo's enterprises. The high elves in Oscaria are still quiet and withdrawn, and that's about it. The dwarves are rebuilding Cragland. They returned to their traditional home, their ancestral home, and have, for the most part, reformed the massive mountain built city of Vortum. It took basically 2 generations, but they've rebuilt that city, and the dwarves are beginning to thrive again. In as far as your allies go, last time you guys checked in here, Shaylin, the dragon elder, and Radthorn, the herald of the Sky Citadel, had gone out and taken it upon themselves to search out for Antares Saber and Nebularos. The two of them, Antares and Nebularos, had been seen periodically in rumors, are both in multiple different planes, traveling together. There's stories of a massive black dragon whose inky wings fill the sky, and the rider, the dark rider, whose eyes burn with an unholy light, and whose commands, whose thundering attacks can shatter mountains. You've heard whispers of them throughout the plains. So Shaylin and Radthorn went out to go try to find them, but on this plane, things have been pretty mundane. There's been nothing crazy happening really. No massive, earth-breaking attacks. There's occasional monsters and, random wizards and stuff that try to do to cause trouble, but nothing at all in comparison to the huge world-ending things that were happening when your other characters were on this plane. Okay, so that's your update. You guys travel and follow Pablo's directions off into the what is now the Badlands, right here on where the circle is now in Osnesh. This whole place is darkened, and the ground is still shattered and cracked from the shattering. Waterdeep itself has kind of changed, like the geography of this place has changed. Waterdeep is much smaller now, but because of the broken ground, but it's all basically this is Waterdeep now, this whole area right here, because everything within those cracked lines is basically dead land. But you guys travel deep into the broken territory, and from there you find entranceway into the Underdark. The Underdark is very sparsely populated. It is musty and all kinds of weird life forms and fungi and all that stuff. But as you travel downwards, you're not really going to encounter much of the Underdark because these directions that Pablo gave you are specific instructions and specific pathways to get to this laboratory that he's sent you towards. It takes you the better part of call it 10 days to finish this journey, but you finally do, and you see yourselves in the Underdark. So it's a very dark environment, very little light. Everything is dimly lit. But you find yourselves outside a small doorway in the rock face, and above the top it says here.
It says, "Speak, friend, and enter."
It's called. So it's a decent sized wooden doorway in the rock. All around you, you're not sure what time of day it is. There's glowing plants and stuff slightly scattering across the walls and the ceiling. You guys are kind of uncomfortable. It's musty, it's humid, all the smells are weird. The creatures and the life forms are weird. But you found your way to this place, this doorway in the rock called Moonlight Labs.
Does the door suddenly explode?
No, it's the door is shut. What do you guys want to do?
No,
I want to shudder, saying, I think this is bad. I think we should back out. I don't feel good about the name.
There's nothing wrong with the moon, I think.
I mean,
Unless
I
you're
don't know.
afraid.
I look every once in a while, and I just feel wrong.
Oh, what will make you feel right, girl?
I don't know. The moon exploding. Let's see.
What do you guys do?
Return as one to Max.
Haha. It's about time you took advantage of your awesome leader, which I'm definitely the leader. I look at this door, and I spot a doorknob. I found the way in, guys. As I give him this dastardly look, and I try to open the door.
All right. The door swings open, and you see a small, weird, oddly shaped room inside the rock. You have to go down several steps to get to the bottom, but you guys walk down, and you enter this small, triangular sort of shaped room. On the other side of the hall of the room, you see another set of steps that descend lower into underground.
Hold on, I've smelled this shit before.
Wait, is it the familiar shit or a new shit? Which one?
A little bit of both. I'm gonna take a look around and try to find some traps with my magnificent investigation skill.
Okay. You're looking for the normal kind of traps that you're familiar with, like bear traps, traps that you tie, but you don't see any large pieces of spiked iron on the ground. You're looking for the traps that would normally be attached to like tree branches, using a lowered tree branch to around like a noose to lasso someone's foot and carry them up in the air. But you look around real quick and you don't see any trees, so you're good.
It's all good, guys. I'm gonna head towards the other stairs.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow him.
All right. You guys walk down the stairs. It keeps going down this little tunnel.
We no longer bother stealthing because it's very difficult for certain individuals.
Is there light in here?
It's extremely dimly lit. Do you guys have dark vision?
No,
I
but I'll light
have
a torch.
spell. Yeah.
All right.
I have a
Okay.
hooded lantern.
Never mind. I'm good with the light spell.
Okay. So you guys go down that the corridor descends downwards and it curves around and it opens up into this very small room at the end of the hallway.
Cool.
So what are you guys doing?
I don't see any trees, guys. I'm going for it.
Awesome. I'll be his backup just in case, Demi-Lich comes out of nowhere.
Is any writing around? Like any instructions, a map, or something?
We're doers, not readers.
Okay, as you walk down the hallway, all right, you see pictures along the wall. And they're like employee pictures. So you see a man, they look to be fairly old, like during the foundings of the lab. Several scientist-looking people, all kind of like standing next to each other, big smiles on their face, unveiling the location of the lab, showing some tables with experiments, lots of potions, lots of chemicals and stuff. You don't recognize any of the individuals. You do. There's a single shadowy figure who doesn't seem to be able to be fully in the picture of any of them. You can't really see a face, but there's a shadowy figure. But the main alchemist, you assume it's this alchemist Survez. He's there, and it looks like he's with his wife. His wife is another denizen of the Underdark. They tend to be darker skinned, but we don't really pay attention to that kind of thing here.
Is she hot?
I don't know. Are you into darkies?
Anything that's got a couple holes.
She checks both those boxes, so yes.
Nice.
Now explain the boobs.
They protrude. Roll a d10. Oh, scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Magnificent.
Gwen,
Somebody's getting a divorce today.
do we dare look down even lower at her second half? Or should we just be
do we
happy
dare
with the top?
look down further to like the nameplate and see what year this is done?
Sure. Definitely that
Or
part.
is it a repeat of the previous
We
adventure?
care about her name. As I go, face first into, looking at that butt.
What the hell?
Ladies.
Divorce.
Dude, are
We're
you?
getting this.
You don't have a hack, do you? Are you seriously doing this?
I wish I did.
Oh my
If
gosh!
I had a hack, I'd be doing this all along.
This is the most beautiful woman you've ever seen.
Holy shit. It looks exactly like Anthony Dennis Nido's wife.
Who?
Oh, that's my wife.
Oh, okay.
I'm rolling for
Just in
year on the
case
bottom of this
she's
placard.
awake. Get those bonus points.
Nikki there?
No, but just in case.
Just in case.
In this case, she has the room bugged.
Yep.
All right. So that's what you see. Employee pictures on the side. The alchemist, his wife, and a bunch of other technicians and stuff. You count probably 15, 20 people total.
Okay.
All right. So, you guys go into the end of the hall.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this goes down. This tunnel kind of snaked around. So you guys are crammed into this little room at the very end. All right. So now,
I feel the stench has gotten much stronger. Like it's above us and all around us.
there you go. All right. So now you guys are at the end of this hallway, and the hallway ends at this door. So this thing right here is a door. It opens up into the room. That tunnel that you were in had a sharp decline. So you kind of drop down into this room, and now you're on the main floor of this laboratory. You now find yourselves up against a it's a wooden door, but it looks like it's quite thick, right? But it's broken. It's splintered. It's like buckled, but it's not buckled as if someone from your side were trying to push in. It's as if someone from the other side were trying to push out.
I'm gonna
If I-
knock.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Nice.
You knock.
Mm-hmm.
No
I'm
response.
looking at your knees because I'm kind of like, don't you normally kick everything open? I'm very surprised by the knock.
You do hear. You do hear. As you knock, there's an eerie kind of shrieking sound way off in the distance. You're not sure exactly what, but it's like a, maybe not quite a scream, but like a shriek, a growl, maybe
Mm-hmm.
off in the distance.
I'm gonna pull Balinar from his scabbard and be at the ready. And I'm
Just
gonna
sound.
say, Max,
Yeah.
do to this door what you do to all the doors.
You see me look at it, and I give it that look that breaks down all doors. I turn my head, I look at it, and I slap it and close my eyes.
Punch the door.
Okay. So you guys are underground, right? And it's extremely disorienting. You hear all set. So I'm doing my soundscape right now. I'm setting like scary underground sounds, rats skittering, bats chirping, the occasional scrape against stone and metal, that kind of stuff. This is a very dark and eerie environment. Okay. With that push, you find the door buckles and it shoves inwardly. It opens up halfway, almost as if something on the other side was obstructing it. But the door does break free from its enclosed state, and it is halfway open. The first thing you notice is that there's a waft of very strong scents, aromas that kind of pour out over you. All kinds of smells: lavender, salt, ash, blood, rotting meat. All that kind of smell kind of gathered up into one noxious, cloyingly sweet-smelling scent.
We were
I'll step
trained for
inside.
this.
Okay, you're gonna squeeze through. You have to push a little bit harder to get through. And on the other side, the room is completely dark. All you know from as you step into the room is that there's a table that had been like pushed up against the door, and that's why you had to shove, because you're pushing the table aside. All right.
Max,
Yeah.
can you light up Balinar?
I touch Balinar, and I make it bright, just like Brow Balinar.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So the sword is lit up. Here, you guys are standing in this room. The table that you pushed aside, Gawain. I'll just draw a table here. Oops. We'll just call it a table like that. Okay, that's a table. It is covered with shattered vials, pools of dried up liquid that were formerly very brightly colored, but they're all dried up and staining the wood. The wood is shredded. There's a massive pool of blood in the center of the table, dried up, of course, with 3 severed fingers sitting in the center. Next to those fingers is a massive arm, like a limb, crafted of iron, and with wiring exposed underneath it. Yeah, obviously, it looked like it belonged to an automaton or a construct of some kind, and been ripped off and was sitting there. Okay.
Do the fingers belong to that hand?
They do not.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Any other doors or anything else in the room?
I mean, the door. This is what you see light-wise. The room continues further to the south. Looking around the room, you see that there are the remains of 4 bodies here. by their clothing, they seem to be technicians or lab workers of some kind. One of them is lying at the end of the room, and looks like it was ripped in two at the waist. Entrails kind of scattered between the two halves, all dried up, of course. Another one sprawled out on the table, on a different table, with splintered wooden table leg stabbed through his chest and hundreds of shards of glass impaling him. Well, that's nice. Let's do that sound. Okay.
I'll do a divine sense real quick.
Alright, divine sense. What does that detect again, specifically?
Presence of strong evil registers on my senses. Oh man, it's gonna be mixed in with Brawl's smell.
It never works because you
Yeah,
can't tell
it comes across like a noxious odor. I mean, you're
Or the same. Yep.
you have a noxious odor all the time around you, so you're constantly believing that there's evil all around you everywhere.
This evil is following us, guys.
Yes, you sense lots of evil all over the place.
Now that I've sensed that, I continue cautiously with Balinar
Okay.
at my side.
As you venture downward, what kind of sword is Balinar?
Two-handed sword.
'Kay.
Great sword.
You venture downward. You see that there's a man in this next part of the room. A man whose hands have turned to glass, jagged claws, large, extended. It's almost as if they've fused with his hands and reshaped them into like instruments of death. He's hunched over a table, picking through bits of glass and tasting the various fluids inside them. Near him, there's a second person, a second lab worker whose right arm hangs down at his side in the form of a large metal hammer. It's the metal of the hammer is fused with his skin, as like the two have been melded together. On his face is a thick metal band with glass in the center, like goggles almost. All right, but they're fused to his face. So let me get tokens here. So I don't have any tokens for all this stuff, but I will do a. Oh, where's my letters? Which bag would that be in here?
Type in the letter .png in the search bar at the top, and it'll get you there quicker.
Okay. So that's Hammer Dude. This is Glass Claw Dude. Okay. And they're kind of roaming around. This guy kind of walks off down this direction, and this guy kind of like skitters over here.
I see.
Fuma's here. Like, this guy comes over here.
You. There, glass hand dude.
Mm-hmm.
And hammer dude. There seems to be some evil around. Can you please politely point me towards it so I can smite the shit out of it?
Yes, do you have a map of this area? We are missing directions.
Oh, and we come to get some Pablo stuff.
They turn towards you, and their faces recognize you as foreign. They screech in this shrieking sound, completely unhuman. Their faces torn apart, completely twisted and melded with these various elements, and they charge at you. All right, so go ahead and roll initiative, please.
If I roll negative, does that mean I get to go first?
Should.
Wow, that
never
was
mind.
like one. I was like, wow.
I do get to go first.
All right, let's see here. Okay. So these things on the combat tracker are just there to track initiative. I have character sheets, but they're all in paper form.
Yeah.
So don't be actually rolling damage on these things. All right. Okay. Let me get my battle music. Okay. You confront them. They drop their jaws, and they come charging at you. It's been a long time since I've run an encounter from a book. I kind of hate it. Not gonna lie, I kind of hate it. All right. All right. The glass one comes charging at you, Elwyn. You're the one who talked to him. He comes ripping in at you. He is going to... Let's see, raise his arm and comes slashing down at you. So this is... I'll roll here. Oof. That is a 29.
It hits. Yeah, it definitely hits.
Hmm?
For 15 slashing damage.
Okay, so I'll go 1 wound, 0 2. Okay.
Okay. He's going to slash again at you. That's a hit. 18 slashing damage.
Got it.
Alright. And then he's going to raise both his hands and blast out a cone like this. Glass shards come pouring out of his arms. Microscopic to large, cutting, blasting, getting in your eyes and limbs. Your face just getting peppered. Your arms getting peppered with all this stuff. All three of you roll a dexterity saving throw.
Ah, jeez, that's my best one. You guys have +4.
Oh, +4?
Yeah.
Sweet. So, 22.
That saves.
11.
You fail.
Are you +4?
Yeah, that's with my +4.
Oh, I forgot.
Alright, so Gawain, you fail. Zelona and Max succeed. You guys take slashing damage. Successes get half.
A what?
Jesus.
Can't we, like, super succeed? That's a lot of fucking damage. Alright, so, 23.
Okay, yeah, so 20.
You're quiet, Renly.
26, that is, if halved?
23. 23.
So, okay.
That guy took half my HP down.
Alright, that's his turn. Gawain, you're up.
Alright, so, first of all,
I think I
I
forgot that
will-
you guys are just normal level 9 characters.
Yeah.
That was the first comment. Our HP is like dying.
We have
I hope-
one magic item.
I hope you guys have healing.
66 wounds already?
It's okay, that was
Oh
his
my god.
that was his breath attack. He can only do that if he recharges.
I'm just gonna taste the waters here, and I'm just gonna go for some hits.
He has a
Oh, yeah, no, hold on. Yeah, I'm targeting him.
he has a 15 AC.
Okay, so that one missed. second attack. That one hits. I'll add just a smite on this. Did I not set this right? 2d8 for a first level. He's not an undead or anything like that, right?
He is not undead.
So I'll add that to myself. So first hit, 23 damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my Fang of the Hellhound.
That's 23. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Plus another 12.
Ooh. Where'd that item come from?
I don't know, you gave it to me.
I remember none of this.
And then I will move around him to open the way for my companions.
Okay. Alright.
Bring it, hammer.
He steps forward and he's gonna take a swing at you. This guy has 2 attacks. He raises his hand and comes crashing down with his hammer at you. This will be 15 to attack.
Miss.
He swings again with his hammer fist. 19.
Yeah, that's it, exactly.
Okay. This is a 14.
Alright.
14 bludgeoning damage, and you need to make a strength saving throw. You are knocked prone.
Jesus. Okay. Shit. So it'll take half my movement, half of 15 to get
Alright, Zelona.
Oh yeah.
That's
okay.
right, you have 15 movement speed.
Oh my god. Okay, so I have a question to ask, which is how high are the ceilings here?
It's in this particular spot, 10 feet.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to twin levitate on them and try to raise them up, sort of like, Pablo has told me a lot about the celebrations they have and these things called piñatas, and so I'm like going to be like, like dangle them, and I'm like, get the feet, tie the feet, and as I pull out, some rope, and let's see if this works. And if Wayne is currently on the floor, this should give him time to get up.
So wait, you're throwing a rope out there to them?
I'm passing it along to Max if he wants it.
You guys have to remember, Zelona is a pacifist. She's a non-combatant. That's hilarious.
Oh yes, they're both up in the air, 5 feet.
Wait, what is this?
Levitate.
Oh, okay.
So it's exactly like piñatas.
Okay, so they drift off the floor.
Yep, levitated 5 feet up into the air. And
What
they're
makes them
dangling
fall?
in the air.
What makes them fall?
And I need to concentrate for 1 minute, and then they float gently to the ground.
Okay. All right, they lift up into
Otherwise-
the air.
Otherwise, they're just floating for a minute.
It's basically like they're in 0G, so if you bump them, they go flying.
Okay, so they're floating up. They're now touching the ceiling. Brawl, your turn.
I'll just shoot at glass a couple of times. That's all I got.
Those both hit. Which one are you attacking?
Glass.
You ain't got no sneaky sneak?
No, because Homie G's prone, so he's not threatening.
Oh.
All right. Max, you're up.
All right. While running in, I'm gonna have one of my hands burn up in some super cool fire, as I'm gonna cast this fire god flame of fire at him, and also throw my dagger at the same time because I can do that.
Okay.
Shit.
That hits glass. That's fine.
Then here's my other attack.
That's a crit.
Cool. Ready for this times 2d4. And then, while doing that, though, I run over here and I'm gonna try to start helping Gwen get back up.
Let's see here. That was actually in. Let's see. So you did 9 damage.
29
and 20
total.
damage. That's exactly enough to kill him.
Ooh.
Ooh! I mean, no, don't kill them!
I flick my hair to the side. I'm like, dastardly.
All right. As he shatters, every
I
creature.
lied. I ran away really far.
Every creature. Let's see. Both of you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wow, you save, both of you. So half this damage.
Now, since I got a 20, do I take like half of a half?
This is piercing.
Nah.
So 10?
Yeah, 10.
Oh, and then you have a +4 to that too, so.
Yeah, that's 29, baby girl.
Okay. The glass-bodied alchemist shatters and breaks down to the ground. Gawain, your turn.
So I'm gonna use 45 of these.
God.
That's your fully on hands, right?
Yeah.
And you hear me go, no!
Zelona, aren't you a healer? No, you're not, aren't you? Oh, you are?
As you can see me pulling on massive bandages to wrap you mummy style. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's my action. I'll get up for my movement. And I don't think paladins get bonus actions, so that's my turn.
Okay. Hammer guy is upset. He's going to step over here at you, Max Dastardly. He's going to take 2 swings.
I've seen bigger hammers at Ace Hardware.
Miss. That's a miss as well, unless a...
I got 18 HC.
Yeah, it misses. All right. Zelona.
Alrighty. I'm going to sort of, is there anything long over here?
Long.
My dick.
We're
Longer than
lying.
stick.
Like a stick?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You find there's broken stuff all over the place. You find a like a 6-foot long wooden pole.
Perfect. I stand here and I start poking Hammer Dude further away. Because he's floating. I'd be like, you go into the corner, and then I rotate him so his head is like facing the corner, and stay in your place and you are punished. Punished, I say.
Okay, you rotate him around. Okay.
Yeah, and I like try to put him in the corner over there.
He's gonna have a hard time now. He's facing away, swinging and hitting anything.
And then I'll just like back up and be like, guys, should we just like find the exit? Like, I don't think they're being very helpful. And that'll be my.
All right, Brawl, your turn.
Well, pushed him into the corner. Someone's throwing him now, so
All right, the 21 hits. The first one
Right.
misses.
that's all I got.
All right. He was looking pretty busted up. Max, what do you do?
How busted up does he look? On a scale to 1 when I throw 2 daggers at him. Get fucked.
That's a miss. That's a hit. That's a hit. All right, that kills him.
then I'll pull my daggers back.
All right. He flops over, his body broken, and that's it. All right.
I'm sorry, guys. Honestly, I don't know what you'd do without me. Without Gawain getting beat on and Salona, you doing you, and that smell. We're fucked. And me, the only good-looking one of the group.
Why?
All right. What do you guys do now?
I bandaged up Quaid, and I'm just like giving him a look of judgment, like, really, really, you really had to use all your layered hands, really?
While I'm looking her right in her eyes, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
I go like,
Hold on. I did one of my spell slots. Okay, never mind. Take it back. Oh, or I'll cast it on Max.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And then this whole time while this is happening, I still have my ring of X-ray vision. I'm just looking around. I'm like,
You have dark vision?
I've got the light spell.
But you don't have X-ray dark vision?
No, I just have X-ray ring.
X-ray ring. All right. Roll perception.
Now, I want to point out, I'm very honed on this lady in this photo. Very honed.
Okay. You don't see. You don't see anything.
Right when I turn around and look at Zelona,
Uh-huh.
what do I see?
Zelona's portrait looks quite a bit younger and hotter than Renly does. So, roll a perception check.
Good.
Ooh, you see
As
quite
I
a
put
bit.
my hand on her shoulder and I lie to her and I say, "Hey, Zelona, I definitely don't have this X-ray finger ring on my finger right now." As I give her a wink as I'm staring straight at her.
You say, by the way,
I've had that ring before. It's from your mom.
you say your skeletal structure is quite good. you see
Your
skeletons.
jawbone structure is good.
Quite symmetrical.
It looks like we're going to have to realign your back at some point, but we're going to be looking okay.
But those are some childbearing hips.
Childbearing hips. Actually, I give Gawain the ring so we can look at them childbearing hips.
The pelvis.
High-five each other.
All you see is bones.
Yep.
Skeleton.
I love it.
Skeleton porn.
It's the only porn we get nowadays.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
Keep going.
Advantage of Gawain and Mac. I'm
Alright.
looking for an exit strategy here because I feel like we're gonna continue killing things, and I want to escape from that.
Okay.
Does it seem like this keeps going down farther? We hit a wall or something?
Yes, both.
Because if not, okay, I'm gonna take out one of my daggers.
Uh-huh.
Not daggers, but the little thingies, and I'm gonna throw them down this way
Okay.
because they're light.
That's a wall you threw him at?
Oh, that's the wall there.
Yeah, it's a wall. Yeah.
Then down there. Is
Okay.
that also a wall?
So, you clank there, and you see, standing there, a large 8-foot-tall golem, constructed primarily from iron and glass. It looks like it's connected to the wall. There's tubes and cables and stuff stringing along the way, connecting to him from the wall. Fluid is still flowing between the tubes. And the creature is moving just slightly. Much of the fluid is leaking to the ground, and the creature looks like it's half assembled, and it is barely functional. The wires of its chest are exposed. It appears that it's been brutally smashed open and ripped open.
An instruction manual?
Are you going close to it?
going around there and I'm like, instruction manuals, or is there like notes around here?
He says, as you approach, his eyes kind of flicker a little bit, and you hear the golem say, "State critical. Refueling required. Warning. Warning. Shutdown imminent."
Hello? Hello? What do
Yes?
you eat?
Can you hear me? Oh, yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking to a golem. I'm like, what do you eat? What do you need?
His eyes just kind of flicker around. Zelena, roll a perception check.
Right. You guys, have you actually like seen something like this before?
I lie to her and I say, definitely.
Zelona, you're looking around and you see all scattered around the ground, all kinds of tools and widgets and wires and metal and stuff. You find a notebook or a little booklet. You open it. Yeah, it is indeed a manual to work with a golem.
Oh my god! I could be like, guys, okay, how do you make it look like this picture? And I flip it to the end picture where it's assembled, and I point the book at them and where the scent is coming from, the stench, and like, I'm hoping I'm pointing it to everybody.
Zelona, as you flip through and you find the picture, you can see an input port on the golem, and it says to refuel. The golem runs on alchemist fire, and he had to pour it into his input port.
But I used all my alchemist fire. What am I supposed to do? I look around. Guys, I shouldn't have used all my alchemist fire when we were dying. We need it now.
You did use it all before, didn't you?
I did.
All right, look around the room. Roll a d20.
Oh my god.
Okay, you find a half broken glass with a quarter of a bottle, a quarter bottle of alchemist fire lying in the bottom of it.
All right, I think this will work. This will work. Okay, we got this. We got this. I think it goes into this thing, and I'm pointing to the outport, or is it this thing at the import?
The import
Fuel tank.
the import is in his belly button. The outport is right out his ass.
Okay, so I'm going to just go with the stomach and see if I can get this in.
Okay, so
This will go well.
It's quite effective if you put it in the outport.
I'm gonna look at his belly button and does it say unleaded gas only?
yes, it says premium fuel required.
I mage hand it in because I'm much better with my magic than my hands.
Okay. You gingerly pour this fluid into it, and as you do that, the light in this creature's eyes brightens up again. He's still extremely weak, but you've definitely bought him some time. He kind of totters a little bit back and forth, and his head kind of tilts towards you, and says, "Greetings, salutations. I am Jarvis."
Tell us what happened, Jarvis. How were things before you like kind of got decimated?
I have been caretaker construct of Moonlight Labs for quite some time, and in recent history, one of our testing barrages went horribly wrong. Testing involving the eggs of an Umber Hulk caused contamination and infection to spread to all living entities inside facility, resulting in destruction of their bodies and melding with all elemental materials nearby. Results were, in the eyes of our employer, rather disastrous. Fear
Quick
not.
question.
Yes.
That hot bitch in the pictures, she's okay, right?
Ah. Mrs. The Mrs. What's her name?
Future Mrs. McGuane.
Mrs. Surveys Epans, wife of the head alchemist. She was present in the facility, but location is currently unknown. There had been,
Okay.
he says, accessing memory. There was some rather elevated conversation shortly before the incident involving the failed testing. Would you like me to replay a recording for you?
Yes.
Okay. You hear a few clicks and whirring, and you hear this muffled sound. In the background, you hear sounds like two people fighting. Muffled. You hear, you backstabbing bitch! I can't believe you do this to me. I worked for so long, for so hard. And then you hear the voice back, if only you'd been a real man who knew my needs. And you hear the shattering of glass, and then all the breaking and some roaring and screams and explosions.
All right. Jarvis, another question. Do you have any records of a job that was supposed to be done here for Mr. Pablo?
Accessing memory. Accessing memory. Yes, indeed. Message had the correspondence was documented, but going back and forth between the head alchemist Epans and Pablo, the industrial tycoon.
Where is the
All
prototype printed, and where is the map for the facility? Thank you.
all information on that would have been in Alchemist Epans' personal chambers, where only the head alchemist is allowed.
Well, mine
What
direction.
what a coincidence! I'm the new head alchemist.
As new head alchemist, sir, you will be aware of the proper protocols for entry and the use of all 3 keys to be able to enter his private dwelling place.
I just want to check that your memory stores are correct. It's a test, Jarvis. Please tell me the protocols, and I'll tell you if you are wired correctly.
It's simple. One must simply insert all 3 keys into the appropriate keyholes, turn simultaneously at risk, of course, of death and dismemberment and by alchemical fire. And he says, and strangely, of course, one must be completely disrobed when doing so.
Sounds like that is correct. Now, where are the keys located, Jarvis?
The keys will be in... Let's see here. The keys will be in the primary testing chambers, directly outside of the head alchemist's personal dwelling place.
Jarvis, I'm gonna give you a raise as soon as I get this place back into shape. Now, feel free to lead us to those chambers.
He begins to move, but he's still attached to the wall, and you can see his power starting to flicker. Again, he says, Danger! Danger! Power levels dwindling. Refueling required. Warning. State becoming critical.
The map.
Danger. Danger.
Do you have a map for the facility?
Map is here. And the light out of his eye and light in his eyes just shuts down.
Well, we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have any pockets?
Pockets. A golem. He doesn't have any clothes. So pockets would probably. I mean, like, roll d20.
A golem with pockets like a dress.
No, he has no pockets.
What about on his other
All
side?
he has is his input port and his output port.
Ooh.
Man, you're on fire today, and I'm
I
sucking.
honestly am at the point where I think I have hacks. Until we get to the boss fight, then I won't roll anything above a 5.
You're gonna get banned by Fantasy Grounds.
All right. Max Dashley, are you searching this robot?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You find wedged into his output port, for some reason you happen to be searching there.
Don't ask questions.
You find a potion of greater healing.
Oh, guys, I found this cool potion. I don't know where I found it. Don't ask questions.
I
That's for
think
me
he,
to know.
I think he heard about the shit show healing method.
Wait, what's
I
the
think
shit show healing method?
Whenever someone, it can only happen when someone's unconscious. You
Uh-huh.
can put a potion up their butt to bring them up, but it does double max healing if you shove it in there.
There was a point where we like got so well trained that every time we just hit the ground like a die, we just pull our pants down, ass in the air.
So, yeah. As soon as I drop them to unconscious, they're like, okay, so as soon as I go down, I pull down my pants and stick my ass in the air.
Which is why I was considering taking the fire, alchemist fire, and putting it up the output port.
Right, you used
Should
it all
just-
up.
I know, that's why I was considering it the first time.
Should I just put like a random greater healing potion in my inventory?
Yeah, go ahead. Just make note of having it.
Cool.
Onward,
Yes.
All right.
15 feet at a time.
All right. I will throw and I'll take that dagger back or the whatever dart and I'll chuck it down that way again. So I don't know if I need this, but here is like I don't know how much light we got. Move you for a second.
20 feet and then 20 feet.
Okay. So I'll give you.
Yeah, so if you're outside, you'll have like disadvantage on shit, but you'll be able to see.
Okay. You open it up. As you walk down into the remainder of this hallway, you see a larger room, and you can't see further out into the dark. But this place was the primary laboratory. There's tables lining the area. Many of them are broken. And again, the room is quite. There's lots of shadows and darkness in this room. There's a humanoid figure near the back of the room, just out of your vision. And there's sounds of footsteps shambling around in the dark. Yeah.
I'm gonna get closer. Is it this way?
Yep. Okay. All right. So you walk out there. All right. So let me see. This is what you see. Update your view. You see two doors. This door right here ahead of you. This is another door here made of light. Like this. Okay. Now as you walk forward, a creature a humanoid steps out of the darkness right there. He's glowing. And at his hand his one hand is extended, like the fingers of his hand are extended and twirled together into this long, sinewy whip that he cracks back and forth. It's like his fingers, but it's all extended. He lifts his nose up to the air and sniffs around just like an animal would, although it's clearly, formally a human. As he
I
does,
think
go on.
I mean, with a certain friend here, or is it
What?
getting difficult to sniff? I
What?
mean, the stench that we've got carrying
Oh,
around with.
oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I mean, he's definitely triggering lots of smells. Um, then you have stepping out from another place, another humanoid stepping out here. This guy has flames flickering near his hands, and half of his outfit is a lab tech. So he's got this long white lab coat, just like everyone else in here. He's a drow elf, dark-skinned elf. Although we don't talk about skin color in this game.
We just talk about dicks and ass.
and we refer to them by their proper names, darkies.
Darkies.
So there's fire flickering near his hand and his mouth. Half of his outfit is scorched and blackened. The skin that you can see visible is like red and burnt. Okay.
Are they coming at us to attack?
Hold on 1 second. Let me just make sure I get all this stuff out. This one steps up here. It is this one seems to be freezing the ground with each step. His breath appears in clouds of cool air that crackle against the heat in this lab. All right? When they notice you, yeah, the three of them, as they notice you, the similar eerie screech rips through the air. Their eyes flare wide open. Their jaws drop down to unnatural lengths. They hunch over into feral positions and begin to charge.
I just want to point out that the first two are already dying, so we just got to worry about the cold guy.
Mm-hmm. Easy peasy.
Okay.
Did that not register?
Already dying? What?
No, the glowing and flame boys are dead.
Oh. I'm just reusing characters.
No, trust me, they're already dead. You can't take it back.
All right. So, everyone roll initiative.
Damn.
Oh boy.
Anthony, give me your hex.
Capable.
Dude,
Right? Jesus.
it's working really well right now, but I can guarantee, like, when it actually matters, they're gonna be like rolling like 2s and 3s. I have like the anti-brew stuff right now.
I think I always roll like this, but I have like a plus 36 or plus something ridiculous with that one, so it doesn't matter.
All right. Everyone's in. Max, you go first. You see these three chemical and element infused alchemists charging you.
All right. All right, so I will just to spread out a bit. I'm gonna go throw a good old thing at some cold lady because it seems like it might do more. Or I shoot my fire god shit. No, I'm just joking. I wish I had fire god stuff, but that just like to pretend, feel cool about myself.
Okay.
And then I'll throw my little dagger again because I had it come
Let's
back.
see. Frost has a 17 AC.
Ooh, 17 AC. I'm gonna lucky this. I'll take it out after, but sweet. Is that, and then I'm gonna skirt over here, just to like spread ourselves out for cones.
Okay, so let's see. So you hit 3 times?
No, twice. So that second roll was for a lucky. I'm gonna spend. I'll get rid of it in a second. But I did a total of 27 damage.
Okay. Got it. Your daggers hit. I think what were they, daggers? Shit.
They're darts.
All right, your darts
Dart
hit.
and a fire thingy. Yeah.
Okay, blasting into it. Its body dripping with cold, and you can see precipitation kind of freezing around it. All right. Next comes this guy. He's gonna step forward. Here he's got. Ooh. Oh, cool. All right. He raises his hand, and his hands begin to glow. And he'll target Zelona. Zelona, a beam of crackling blue energy lances out towards you, forming a sustained arc of lightning between you and the creature. Here comes the attack roll. This is a +6 against you, Zelona. 18 to you, Zelona.
A 12 would hit.
All right. You take 14 lightning damage, and the lightning connection between you and this creature is ongoing. Okay, draw it. Here. Okay. That's his turn. Alright, Fire Guy. Fire Guy is going to rush over to Max. He's going to attack you twice.
Ooh.
Those are both hits.
Yes, sir.
Alright, first one is with his fist. So this is 6 plus 13 bludgeoning and 7 fire to you.
So 20 damage?
Yep.
Ugh, gross.
Second attack. Oh, this is him biting you. So piercing damage. That's 14 piercing
15 more?
and 3 fire.
Okay.
17 total.
Cool.
Alright. Finally. This guy, cold guy, is going to step over to you, Gawain. And he's the one that got hit in the first place, but he's going to reach out to you with melee attacks. 2 of them. The 17 will be a 23.
Yeah, that fits. I got 19.
Okay. So you take bludgeoning. That's 13 bludgeoning and 7 cold. And your movement speed is reduced by 10 on your next turn. Alright. Brawl, your turn.
Hey, Max is the one with the light spell on him, right?
Which one?
Max, you have the light spell, right?
Me and Gawain have it on us.
Well, since you decided to come over here and put a spotlight in my face, I'm gonna move over here. And then I'm gonna shoot the fire dude. probably doesn't.
That's a miss.
hit. Shoot him again. No, that probably didn't hit either.
Let's see, flame guy. Oh, the flame guy. Hold on. Actually, the flame guy. The first one just hits him.
Oh, sweet.
So both hit.
Is next to Max. I get the sneak attack. I'm gonna use my bonus action to do my spiffy flinger warrior thing. So on the first attack, all of the damage will be force damage.
Okay.
The second attack will just be piercing damage. It's a good.
Alright, cold guy. Say hello to Bellinor.
Oh.
That's a crit.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a
Oh,
miss.
let me see the thing
My
recharged.
God.
Okay, my thing recharged, so... $20?
Hits.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and smite this boy with the... At least the second one.
You're doing the cold one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's in the cold
Ooh.
one.
Ooh, that kills him. Holy crap, that kills him.
Ooh!
Can I swing my second attack at the other guy?
Yeah.
That's damage on glowing. And then I'll move 5 feet. I probably move 5 feet in order to hit him. Take that, motherfuckers.
Okay, glowing needs to make a. You did 13 to him, so he needs to make a concentration check. Ah, he drops the concentration.
Ooh!
All right,
Nice.
Zelona, your turn.
I'm like, look at the pretty lights. And I'm gonna like attempt to hypnotic pattern at this point. I don't know. Let's see.
I thought you were a pacifist.
Exactly, pretty lights.
Knock pattern. It's a wisdom save for both of them.
It'll be. Let me pull this up. It is Wisdom save DC 17.
Fire fails. Glowing succeeds.
Wow. And so for the glowing one, I'll be like, oh, this is going to be bad. And then I'll duck behind the corner. You got this!
So fire is currently incapacitated. Max, you're up.
In that case, I'm gonna run up to this glowing dude. I'm gonna grab his lightning.
Oh,
hand.
attack the fire dude, Max. He's incapacitated. That's an auto crit.
No, it's
What
not.
the hell?
It's just advantage.
In-
Attack, though.
They gotta be paralyzed.
Incapacitated.
Yeah, but
You have
that
to be
only can
paralyzed.
do
Yeah,
damage.
Paralyzed gives you the incapacitated condition.
I mean,
This
but
is
the other
only
guy can attack.
incapacitated.
I'm very confused in your logic.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
All right, so I'm just gonna go up to this dude who did lightning thing, and I'm gonna grab his hand, place it against his face, saying, "Don't stop hitting yourself," and I'm gonna go give himself a good old lightning slap,
Okay.
which is shocking grasp.
You're lightning the lightning guy.
Whoa! Now hear me on this one. The lightning is just to get it going, and then I use my extra thing because I'm an Eldritch thing as a bonus action instead of attacking to literally ram one of those my little spiky boys through his hand into his head. See if he electrocutes himself. This sounds like a plan. That's what I'm doing. I don't know after
Okay.
roll.
Well, you hit him, so you're taking his own fist and shoving it in his own face.
Yeah, and then that's for the stabby stab.
All right. Roll damage for your 2 normal attacks. Okay. Now roll 2 more d8 for lightning damage. 29 total.
Ooh, not bad.
All right.
And that would be my turn as I stand there.
Now he's hurt for sure. All right. Glowing dude. So lightning dude is now going to, since his spell is dropped, he's not happy. Deimos, he's going to raise his
Stuck to your
hand.
head. No.
And
he has 2 hands.
yeah, raise his other hand, and you see a stream of little wisps of like spearing light come out at you. This will be magic missiles.
Oof. All right, tell me that damage.
17 force damage to you.
All right.
Fire guy is paralyzed, and I think hypnotic pattern, he doesn't get to make another save.
Yeah.
Brawl, your turn.
I'll shoot the glow, I guess. Does that hit him?
Yes, definitely.
I'll use my bonus action again. Hit all of it.
29 to glowing dude. That kills him.
Then I'll shoot the fire dude once.
18 to him.
No!
The 18 hits. What was damage?
No, they
Oh,
can-
5 damage. There you go.
rolled that.
Gotcha. There's just some lag. All right. Gawain, you're up.
I can't get to him. 1, 2. Oh yeah, I can. 3. 2 Valinars.
Hit. Hit.
No recharge, so just 2 hits.
26. Oh, he's so close. Zelona.
Kill him!
Zelona.
I can
2
do-
damage. He only has 2 hit points left. Zelona. Can you do 2 hit points to him?
Kill him.
We need him to recharge what's his face, and I go over and I try dragging him by the foot over to our golem, because we just need to shove his hand, the fiery flame, into the input port, and we're good. He'll recharge.
Lord, is it a real thing?
I don't know. Let's give it a try.
Maximum effort you got going there.
Indeed, right? And so I'm athleticsing this with my +0. And I will do my favorite by the gods at this point. 2d4. So that is 11 to try to drag him towards the golem. To recharge golem.
This is the fire guy.
Uh-huh.
He will contested strength you.
Oh no, he's hypnotic pattern? No.
Oh,
he's
that's
not.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You can't. We
No,
can't
he's
damage him. but
No,
you
we
can,
already hit him.
You already hit him, yeah.
Yeah,
So
he knocked
yeah,
him
no,
out.
he's not.
He's much stronger than you.
Mm.
I'm just hanging off of him, while I attempt to like drag him along, and then I just stand there and sigh, and just like, fine, go ahead. I start pulling out bandages.
All right, Max.
I'll, move over a little bit so I get a clean shot and choke a little baddie boy at him, The 12, no, I'm assuming not. I have another attack.
To the extreme.
To the max. Uh, 15 damage. He's dead. All right. So these horrific-looking monsters collapse down to the ground. former human beings just crash down.
I sigh. I pull out the sprinkler system over here so a certain someone doesn't have to move very far. And I'm like, oh, walk through the sprinklers. Walk into the light, please.
Okay.
And
So
then
I'll walk the shit through the sprinklers. 15 feet at a time. I don't know what the sprinklers do.
I'm extending it using 1 point. So let me do this before y'all do other healing stuff. Oh, who am I talking about? Yeah, go in. Lay them hands on, yeah, while I'm healing you, yeah.
That wasn't me.
I'm talking about the previously on hands. Do them again.
Brawl
No,
has cure wounds also. That's funny.
What had happened is that I kind of don't have any left.
Uh-huh. That's what you get back.
Swag team. Swag team.
I think that heals all of us.
It does.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I put my thumbs out into the darkness. I know I smell it. I don't know where it's at. But I thank for the heals.
Okay. All right. You guys are healed up.
What's this pink thing?
That is a table. A table covered with it's a pink tablecloth.
Oh, really?
Right.
Classy.
That's Pac-Man's wife, yo. Don't insult the table.
Bright pink tablecloth, and all over it there are, let's see here, there are potions.
I use Wand of Magic Secrets. Does anything pop up in this area?
Actually, something does pop up. A little gnome. A little gnome pops out from under the table. Right? He's looking haggard. He looks like he hasn't eaten for a couple weeks. His body is shaky, and his skin is kind of drawn tight against his bones. And he says, he looks at you. His eyes are red from lack of sleep, and his hands are all blistered from like, he's been trying to tunnel out from under the ground, but he hasn't been able to lift out the paved stones underneath him. So, and he hasn't been able to walk out because he was afraid. He looks up at you, and he's freaked out. He says, Did you kill them? Did you kill them all? They were my friends, but they tried to hurt me. I'm not a fighter. I'm not a fighter. They're my friends. Did you kill them? Please tell me you killed them.
Hold on there, little buddy. Have some food.
He grabs a chimichanga and he starts nibbling on it. Delightful! Delightful! Strangely addictive!
What's
Tell
your
me.
name?
Cocaine.
Tell me, how much monosodium glutamate is in this thing?
5,000.
No wonder. Cancer-inducing, but so delicious.
What's your name?
My name is Zalpa. I am a gnome. I used to work here. Well, I do work here, and all these people here were my friends. They tried to hurt me. I'm not a fighter, but I hope you killed them because I didn't want to have to fight them. Do you need help? I can help you. Help you, I can.
Yes, we need help.
He goes up to the table and he takes out a couple. He picks up a couple of vials, and he see him mixing a few things, and he pulls out some potions. All right. So one is a mixture of blue and white. Actually, two of those. Then he pulls out two more potions. One is neon green, and one is hot pink. The hot pink one is incredibly thick, similar to glue. The green one shines light in a 5-foot radius and has sparkles of electricity zapping through it. Alright, so first potion, the blue and white one, is this. Second potion, the neon green one, is this. And the third potion, the pink one, is this.
Cool. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Welcome, so welcome. I'm gonna get going, cause this place is fucked.
Hold on
Oh.
there. I just got a couple of 1 or 2 questions for you.
I so hope our boss doesn't get angry with us.
I'll fuck him up if he does. So, the boss, do you know where his wife is? Most importantly.
Oh,
Office? Directions, please? Map? Your book?
he says,
Ink?
"Oh, I wasn't talking about him. He's just an alchemist. Yeah, he's kind of our supervisor, like our shift supervisor. Yeah, he occasionally bring his smoking hot wife over here. I heard them screaming and yelling at each other, and then this whole place went to Fucksville. They were inside his private chambers, over there, past that blue shining gate.
How do you get past the blue shining gate?
Not quite sure. You have to have the pass code or some kind of special phrase. They never really let me know it. They told me that the person who built this whole place set that door up herself. Oh, she's our boss. Oh, I'm so scared of her.
Where is she?
I don't know. Haven't heard from her in a long time, but she was scary. She kept saying mean things to me, telling me all the mean things she'd do to me, kick me around, stick things inside my unmentionable places.
What's her name?
I don't know, but she was one of these darkies, just like all the others here. She had a
I-
big sword, strutted around. Was mean.
What's her name? Euphemia?
No, they can't be a 10 out of 10.
A different chick.
Oh, thank God.
So the 10 out of 10 chick is the high alchemist's wife. He's talking about the lady, the person, the boss, the big boss who created this whole area, who formed this whole lab, who built this whole facility. So there's a special passphrase that has to be said to get through the glowing door.
All right. Do you know where we can find some alchemist fire?
I might be able to help you make something if I were going to be here. But of course, I'm going to be leaving now because I don't want to get things stuck into my unmentionable places.
Okay, yeah, we don't want you to stick around if you don't have to. We cleared the way out if you want to go back that direction.
I would love to. Yeah, I'll be on my way. Please tell me you'll kill everything else in here.
We'll put them to rest like they deserve.
Okay. And he takes off, scampering outside the
We won't let them suffer in the state that they are. What I meant to say.
When he gets around or up by me, as he walks by me, hidden in the shadows, I'm just gonna nice and swiftly slide my short sword clean through his throat
He can see you. Like
and
that's the thing.
assassinate him. I'm gonna assassinate him.
He can smell you. You see him kind of moving and sniffing around, and you shove the sword in his throat as he comes by.
What the fuck, dude?
Special orders. Do you want me to roll the damage for it?
That's fine. He was almost dead anyway. All right, what are you guys doing now?
Hey, I'm never gonna get to assassinate because.
Hello? Connection went bad? Is everyone here still?
Yeah. Well, we should probably do these potion things.
I'm gonna search the dude for anything useful.
Search the what?
Search the dude for anything useful.
Oh, the little guy? That's... He'll have on him 100 gold coins.
Hell yeah. I'm down with that.
It's like 6 months' pay for you guys.
all together.
Yeah. I guess which potions we want to take.
What are you talking about? That's 5 years pay out of door breaking.
All right. Zelona's taking the unmoving brew. You guys gotta put them in your own inventories. I didn't make items out
I'll
of
grab
these.
the fairy fire one.
I'll grab the other one.
That sounds like a thing.
Okay. What next?
I'm checking this door.
All right. That door opens up. It's a large area lined with beds, covered in darkness. Along the far edge of the room are some faintly glowing lights. They cast dim light, 3 or 4 feet, but the rest of the room is pitch dark. All right. The room is lined with beds. Looking through the area, as well, you haven't walked in yet.
Yeah, I'll walk in with Balinar.
I'll walk in with them.
Yeah, walking through the area, you see that most of the beds are empty. The blankets and pillows are on the floor, shredded to pieces. There's one towards the back of the room that has a lump underneath it, though.
I'm gonna go poke it.
All right. As you walk closer, you can hear breathing coming from beneath it.
I'll be have an action ready just in case I get the word.
What are the rest of you guys doing? Hey, why are you taking the golem?
I'm rolling the golem towards this light and gate, and I'm gonna shove him next to it or through it. I do not know what's gonna happen, but I'm curious.
You're
So-
shoving the golem through it?
Yes.
All right. The golem sizzles and crackles and is disintegrated.
Oh, you were supposed to recharge. Crap. I do a wing, and I'm like, guys, the golem disappeared.
Oh no, that's the weirdest thing. Weird things happen here.
I'm gonna take the blanket off the person.
All right. Go up there and make an intelligence check. Okay. As you get there, you realize that the bed and the whole thing is an illusion, and it just simply vanishes in your hands. Let's see here. What's everyone's passive perception?
12.
Well,
Lower.
Let's see here, 11 for me.
Just double check real quick. Okay. You guys. All right. So Elwyn, you are in there. You realize it's an illusion. The sound goes away. The bed disappears. All of that. You're not sure exactly what else is going on.
I'm gonna say it's a trap.
Renly,
magical secrets wand.
Renly, you feel a sharp, lancing pain in your back.
I yell.
Okay, you take. Not Renly, Zelona.
Heaven quake as Renly yells.
You take 22 piercing damage to your back,
Alright.
and then a hammerfall blow comes down on your head. Ooh, that hits you. It's more than a +1. Okay, and you take 25 bludgeoning damage to your head.
Right?
With the attacker, was it like
What?
did someone attack her, or was it like a trap?
She was attacked. Nothing. You guys see nothing in the room moving at all.
Oh,
Do I hear Renly do some yell?
did
No,
she
but
get?
Zelona does.
Do I see?
Yes, Zelona does.
Since she's lit up
Oh,
by
sorry.
Max's light, do I see her like get hit in the back?
Yeah, you hear her scream a little bit, and she crumples. She just took a lot of damage.
But does it look like the impact came from behind her because she's looking into the room?
You cannot tell.
I'm like throwing this bottle down. Fairy fire.
Oh shit, that's right.
That was
Like
going to be nice.
shablam. Now look, I'm gonna slam this down the most dastardly way.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom and wisdom, okay.
Oof.
Nothing happens.
I'm wondering though, like, maybe it doesn't hit it, but like, does it at least give a little splash against it to see that there's something there?
You see, in the wafting of the mist, you see just slight disruption in the particles swirling around you. There is definitely something in this room.
All right. I yell out. I'm like, Gwaine, Zelona. I don't know if you guys know this yet, but there's something in this room. Gwaine, also your head's pretty fucked up looking. You should get that checked out.
Dastardly.
Dastardly.
All right, we're not initiative. You guys can just go ahead and free act. What are you doing?
I fire 2 shots into the room like this.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, roll 2 attacks with disadvantage. Also roll me a d20. Just a straight d20.
I rolled it. It's lagging on.
Okay.
One
All right.
second. There it goes, 12.
Now roll damage for one of your attacks.
So all of the damage will be force damage.
Okay.
Oh, it didn't do it all. It should be another D8 on top of that. That's making it force.
All right, so 13 damage.
There we go. Yeah,
Okay.
I put the effect on the wrong person.
All right. You see when your arrow goes flashing through the air, and you see a shock of force, right, just wisping, moving here. Just boom, it blasts there, and in that moment, you see the outline of a creature, and then it vanishes. It's invisible the whole time. You just see kind of rippling effects of this creature, and it keeps moving.
Is the arrow still in it?
No, there's nothing visible.
Yeah, the arrow is just because of my ability. They basically become a force arrow, so there's no arrow anymore.
I'm gonna go cast True Strike on myself.
Close my eyes. And I think of the most dastardly plan I've ever heard in my life.
True strike, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna listen around to anything that I don't think is my buddies, and I'm gonna chuck a thing at it.
It's at the max.
All right. True strike gives you advantage, right, on your next attack.
Yep.
But you can't see it, so you're not really sure where to attack at. Go and roll d20. All right. I'll let you make an attack with it. No, a normal attack against it.
Oof. I'm going all balls in. I'm using big damage. Suck. Fuck my.
That's
dick.
a hit. That's a hit. That's damage.
Now, I point out if this thing pokes into it, it's one of my Eldritch weapons. So like it's like stuck in there. Would that help? Because like it's like attached to me.
What is it? What's the weapon?
It's like you get your pack weapon.
Mhm.
So I have I have two pack weapons technically. This is a dagger. And not dagger, but like the darts.
Okay.
I have two darts and they're both my pack weapon, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you get up and you fling it, and it slams into this creature. You hear screeching and howling. It looks like this if it were killing somebody.
Fuck that.
Alright.
I point out where my dagger's floating around.
Okay. Gawain, what are you gonna do?
Do I see his dagger floating around?
Yes, at this moment you do, for this brief turn of yours.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop Valinar. I'm going to grab the rope. Yeah, I'm going to grab, I have a 50-foot rope.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try to kind of like tackle the thing and tie the rope around it, you know? Is that
Okay.
possible?
Sure. In a burst of speed, you lunge at it. Roll an athletics check. You got it.
Alright, so I make sure that the rope's secured. Does the rope go invisible, like completely, or like does it dangle? Like does he drag it around?
It dangles off of it.
Okay, so we pretty much know where it is now. That's where I'm getting at.
Okay. Excellent. For that, he's gonna swing at you twice.
Yeah, bring it.
The 10 is really an 18.
Miss.
All right, misses both. Wow. All right, it's probably because he's wrapped up in a rope. All right, all of you get a turn.
Well, since he's got someone next to him, I will sneak attack him.
He has 15 AC.
Do I still have disadvantage, or is the rope canceling that? Do I have disadvantage, or is
well,
his rope canceling?
He's roped up against it, and Elwyn is kind of like, or Gawain is kind of holding on to it. So yeah, you can get it. That's a miss.
I will luck that. Oh Jesus Christ! Get out! It's absolutely a miss. 18.
That'll hit.
Does that hit?
Yes.
Alright. So, sure.
Sorry, I definitely just grabbed some more water.
You all get a turn. So,
Oh,
yeah.
well.
Brawl is hitting
yeah.
it. What else are you gonna do?
I'm going to take my rope and I will wrap it around it as well. When with the dangly piece, after I've tied it, I'm going to start dragging it and be like, guys, look at what the gate does, as I start dragging it to the gate. It just makes things disappear. It's like problem solved, I feel.
All right, roll athletics check.
Right.
Which does it? I'll use my free action to get my dagger back.
Okay. So Renly, what? Zelena, what can you do?
I can tie a rope.
Actually, it would be a strength because he's dragging. All right, so yeah, you can't pull him.
Okay, but guys, could someone like push him to the gate? I can show you what it does. I'll make way for that.
So when I push something, it's at half speed, and I have 50. It'll take us like 3 hours to get to the door. I'll just pick up. I'm just gonna pick up Balinar and swing.
And
Disadvantage.
always if you guys.
No, you're wrapped up on it. You can see it now. All right. 17 total.
Mhm.
All right. That's all of you. This thing is struggling to get out from the ropes, but you guys have wrapped it up, both of you, with your abilities pretty well. He's gonna swing it at Max twice. A 23 and a 16.
One hit.
All right.
Oof.
28 bludgeoning damage.
Oh damn.
A huge fist comes pounding down in your face. All right. Your guys' turn again.
You attempt to drag it again, but once you don't succeed, or twice, third time's the charm. Motherfucker.
I see a bunch of failing here.
So bad failing.
Holy crap.
What's its armor class minus?
15.
That just hit it then. So I did a total of 31 to it.
Yep.
No.
He's not looking so good. So let's see, Max. What are you gonna do, Max?
35.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Was Zelonis help? We're gonna fucking just drop kick this dude into this teleporter right here.
All right.
Team Earth, yay!
Teleporter to heaven.
All right. So I'll let you roll athletics check with advantage.
Sick.
Against his athletics.
Oh, you little whore.
With disadvantage, right?
Alright, so I guess we can't pull them.
Anything else?
Yeah.
He's gonna swing at you twice, Max. That's one hit.
Yep.
23.
23 more. Oof.
That's a hit, Gawain. That damage right there, that 14 kills him. You hear the shriek, and this creature scatters into the ether. Okay. All right, what do you guys do?
Wand of Secrets, baby.
What does Wand of Secrets do?
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of points at the nearest thing that seems a secret.
Okay. You point it towards the wall, right to your,
Okay.
directly to your right.
Okay, there you go, baby.
All right. And on the wall, embedded in the wall, Zelona, you see some. It's a stone wall. But embedded in, you see some runes and glyphs carved into the wall. It looks like a script of some kind.
Does anyone see the script? Does it look like a language, people? I can't read this.
Do any of you read Underdark?
You know.
I took some in college, but it was just like I never paid attention, so.
We're not that edgelordy.
Mm-mm.
Not that edgelordy.
Wait. Wait. I do speak common and choice.
I know two of your yes, I agree.
So
Feel like I have a background in Underdark, like it's making sense suddenly. I don't know.
can I pray to my god, or sorry, my patron, to
Okay.
see if my patron can help me?
Who's your patron?
Edwin, fire god from the sky, please come upon me and look at this wall. There's some weird shit going on. Look at it.
So
It's
Elwin
maximally confusing.
speaks Abyssal, Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Infernal.
Does Ellen have any comprehend languages at all?
He does.
Renly does?
Yeah. You
Hold
should
on.
pray to her.
Oh, you know what? I do have Wish, and I can cast that to cast Comprehend Languages.
There's your god for you.
Okay. All right. So you see a visage of your deity, of your patron, and he waves his hand, and the text in front of you, light in the wall, lights up and glows, and you build. You hear the voice speaking. It says a voice. It's like a message encoded in the wall, a memory almost encoded in the wall. It says, "I've been traveling through my lands now, after taking control of this place that's been forsaken by the gods. I found this little cove here. And I'm just remembering all the things that have happened in the past, all the things that he did and he said. And I was just so fucking pissed off that I built this place. And eventually some people came in and wanted to use this room, but I had set up some safety precautions already, and they were fine with it. So yeah, this place is built in memory of that big fucking douche twat."
Wow.
Damn it. No one knows who that douche twat is. But I tell you what, whoever made this thing was a big old fucking bitch.
A hot bitch though. Total HBIC.
Alright, do you have any heals, Zelona? I have 2 big heals left that I can do.
I mean, if you want to lay on hands, I'm totally not judging you as I stare you down.
Okay. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put my hands on her and I'm gonna put my hands on Max. And I'm gonna pretend I'm gonna do lay on hands when I'm really casting Aura of Vitality.
You hear me go,
So I have it lasts for a minute, so I have 10 times I can do this.
Okay.
Well, do we think that
This is like
There's
Deimos' shield,
solid.
but it's little version.
the mini version.
Yeah, let's roll Deimos' stuff right now. Here's their D20. That's 700. I mean, sorry, that's 1400 healing right there.
That would be 1400 healing, yeah.
But as much as I don't want to head off because it's super fucking
Yeah.
dope.
No, we're good.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's it. All right.
Alright, we'll leave it off here. Pick it up in this dungeon next week.
Sounds good.
Hey,
Appreciate it,
Midas, I think that's the first session I've not taken damage.
That's because you're
Oh.
laying back there like a little baby girl.
All right, the next bad guy is gonna hunt down bad smells and seek to destroy them.
No, don't say that.
And
He
see,
heals us and shoots
contain
people
it?
from the dark. All right, I'll see you guys.
All right, have a good night, guys.
yeah,
Catch you
Have a
next
good
week.
night. See ya.